So as a part of my project, I have done tasty kitchens, Swiggy, Zomato clone. So in that, I have developed some code. So in coming to the components, I have here in the carousel container component. So in order to develop the carousel, I have used the slider component from the React Slick library. So in order to maintain all the status, I have created a API status constant object to maintain the all the list of to maintain the all the status of API. So here I am called a function called component did mount. In that component did mount lifecycle method. So I call it get offers method. Initially, it will whenever the component is rendered, it will call the method automatically. So in the get offers method, I will make an API call. So it will check, it will fetch the data. After fetching the data, whether if API status is success, then we can update the data from the snake case to camel case. Then after that, I will update the data using state method, and whenever the it is API status is failure, I will update status as failure. So in the before loading the fetching the data to render the loading for rendering the spinner, I have called a created a method called loading view. So whenever the API status is failure, I have created a method called failure view. And for showing the list of carousels, I have created a render color carousel view method. And in order to maintain all these methods, I have used switch case statements. So to handle the multiple cases, I created render all offers method. In that I use switch case. So in the render, I will call the switch render all offers method. And coming to cart, in the component, uh, I created whenever when we click on any particular item, it will show each item it can have. When we click on any particular item, it will be added to the cart items. So in the cart items section, when we click, we have remove all buttons. When we click on remove all button, so we call the function, it will all click remove item function will be called. In that function, it will remove all the items. So that is all about cart component. And coming to the cart items, and for every each and every component for respective CSS can be implemented. And the cart items, when we click on any cart items, so it will have each cart, it will have the cart like say it will have remove button. If you want to remove the particular product from the cart items, when we click on the remove, it will show uh, uh, it will show the increment and decrement icons. So if how many number of items we want to add the, and yeah, it will show the list of the price or amount that we items can be added into the cart sections. Then after, it will show the price at the bottom of the page. And in coming to the cart list view, it will show the all the list of the cart details in the cart list view. In the cart summary, it will show the each cart details, like for each product items we have how much how many product items, and how much price of each total item, and some of the all the price of the all the items which is there in the cart items, it should be shown in the cart summary. It is like order total, and the total amount price can be summed up on the items in the cart to quant. When you click on the place order button, it will show up page like successfully payment is successful. In the counter section, counter component, we have increment and decrement. When we click on the icons respect to items based on the icons, if we click the plus icon, in number of items should be incremented, and we click on the minus icon, it will decrease the number of icons. And empty cart view, in the empty cart view component, when the initially user uh, doesn't add any products to the cart section, it will show an empty cart view, like it doesn't have any products or items. So when we click on the by default order now button, we go to the home page to show a list of all the items. And coming to food item card component, in that we have, it will show the each, when we click on any particular restaurant, it will show the list of the all the products. And in the, if we click on any particular food item, it will show the all the list of items. And when you click on the, it will have a add button. When you click on the add button, it will show a increment and decrement button, like how many quantities of items we can add or remove. This, it will also show how much price of the item and food item name, respective details and ratings, etc. can be shown. And coming to the footer, at the bottom of the web application, we have also a footer section. It consists of different icons like social media icons, Facebook, Amazon, Facebook, and we have Twitter, Instagram, etc. So in coming to the header, in the header component, we will have tasty kitchens logo and home section and cart section logout button. And when we click on, by default, when the user is logging to the page, it will go to the home page by default. This is all about the header. It will have different sections. In the home component, so it will show all the list of the restaurant details. In the login component, we will have a login page showing up the tasty kitchen so logo, and we have username, password, and login button. So whenever the we will get the username using the render username method, it will get the username entered by the user, and it will store in the state variable called username. And it will get the password from the render password field method, and it will be stored in the password state variable. So when user clicks on the login button, if the correct username and any password are entered wrongly, so it will give the wrong error message showing that if any wrong username or password is found, so a password or username didn't match. Success whenever the correct credentials are entered, so by default, when user clicks on the login button, it will redirect to the home page. So in that login, it is a form container, so that on submit event can be triggered when user clicks on the login button. So in the that is all about login component. And coming to the not found component, when we click on the, so when we in, in the not found component, whenever the user enters any wrong path or wrong URL in the set in the address bar, it will show the uh, that is not found, the requested URL or component that can be not found. So in the payment success component, whenever a user click after adding all the items to the cart section, the user clicks on the place order button, so it will show payment is successful. That is all about payment success. And when it is also contains go to home page button, when user clicks on the go to home page button, so it will take you to the home page. It consists of all the restaurant details. And the protector route, I implemented instead of writing the code multiple times uh, for authentication of the user. So in the, I written the code in the protector route, and I imported that protector route component for authentication of the user. So in this protector route, I getting the JWT token using cookie does get method. Then after that, if the JWT token is empty, whenever it is empty, so it will go to the login page. Otherwise, it will redirect to the home page. So in the restaurant card component, I implemented each card. Whenever we click on any particular restaurant, it will show all the particular restaurant details like name, cousin, and restaurant reviews and ratings. That is all about restaurant card. And coming to the restaurant details, see in the restaurant details I implemented, it will have a but in a add button. So when you click on the add button, it will show decrement and increment icons. So whenever we have, it will show increment and decrement icons. We can add or increment, decrement or increment the number of quantities of the item. And coming to the restaurant details, the restaurant details section, I implemented different methods which can able to manage the all the API status. So here I implement for whenever I make an API call. So initially the loader it is in progress. So until to fetch the data, so it will show API status is in progress. So it will show the loader. So after whenever I fetch the data, so after my API call is success, and make a I will call the I will update the using state method. I will update the data whenever it is whenever it is success, and I will update that status as success, and I will stop loading that spinner. And after whenever it is failure, I will update it as failure. So and this is the method for loading view of spinner, and I created failure view method whenever the API status is failed. And to show all the restaurant details, I created a method. This is all about the, and I used to maintain all these methods. I used switch case statement and the restaurant header. So in the restaurant header, we have sort to filter. So in the sort filter, sort by option is there. In the sort by option, whenever uh, there are two options like lowest and highest. Whenever the user clicks on the lowest or highest, it will filter the products based on the price. So here we can see that based on a selected value, we can get the on change, and this method will be called. It will update the value respectively. So in the cart context, coming to the cart constraint, to manage all the items, or when we click to remove or uh, to remove the item or add the cart items, and to manage to show all the list of the restaurant details, incrementing the quantity and decrementing quantity, I created methods, and I'm used in the cart constraint. And then the app.js, I implemented all those whichever the methods I used in the cart context. So all those methods I implemented in the app.js. So I imported all the necessary components from into the app.js file, and I used those components. So here I call the component did method, and here component did update to update the data. So here for adding the component into the DOM DOM method, DOM element. For adding the component into the DOM, I used component did mount. So here I called the component did update method to update the for updating the components into the DOM. So here I called remove all cart items method I created. When our user clicks on the remove all cart items method, so using state method, cart data items, it will remove all the items by using empty list. See for incrementing the cart item quantity, I created to increase the number of quantity of items. For decreasing the quantities of items, I created decrement cart item quantity method. To remove any cart items, I used remove cart item method, and for adding the cart item, I used add cart item method respectively, and I used a switch route protector route in order to navigate from one page to one page to show the root of the component and the address to and for verifying the to match exact path and for verifying the JWT token. And coming to the published URL, so here we can see that the I published the project. So when we enter username, so if I didn't enter the password, it will show the username or password is invalid. So if I enter the wrong password, when I click on the login, and it will show it password and username are didn't match. So when we enter correct credentials, so it will redirect to the home page to show the list of all the restaurant details. So in the header section we have test kitchen's logo and home page and cart section and logo, and this is the carousel, and then we have search bar for searching all the details. When we click on any particular restaurant, it will show all the list of food item details available in the particular restaurant. So when we click on add item button and any particular food item, it will be for initially the when we click on the cart items, the cart will be empty. So when we click on the order now button, it will take to the home page. So if we click on add item button, so it will be added to the cart item, and I again click on some items. Add item, so it will be added to the cart. All the product will be added to the cart. So when I click on place order button, so it will show payment successful, and you click on go to home page, it will redirect to the home page. So for suppose if you want to see the interface in mobile view, it will be like it is a mobile view. So when we click on the logout button, it will be logout from the logout page.